What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. In the first 3 episodes, guys, we have achieved so much so quick. 3 informs in 1 pack. We've got a pretty decent team put together already. Of course, we've looked at the team in detail in the last episode. I'm running out of a few loans. I do end up changing up the team quite a lot in the very near future. But, guys, thank you so much for the incredible support on The Road to Glory so far. If you could drop a thumbs up on the video, it would be amazing. The first few episodes got like mad likes. Let's just try and hit 5K, something like that. I think that'd be pretty sweet. In today's episode, we have got just some gameplay really, and in fact, I've got a lot of gameplay saved up. I want to ask you guys how we want to kind of like display the gameplay, because due to FUT Rivals now, it is just an absolute grind. And I tell you what, I love it. You know, we'll talk about FUT Rivals in a little bit right here. But just generally speaking, I think it's so much fun, but it's so many games. I think last night, so that I could get rank 2 rewards, I ended up playing about 20 games yesterday in Division Rivals, on top of playing 8 games of squad battles, because I'd saved the day before. I played almost 30 games yesterday. Obviously, I'm not going to show the squad battles games. I think with squad battles, you guys know from last year that I'm just good enough to beat the legendary AI. So I think with squad battles, we'll just do periodic updates of where I am. You know, this week I should be good for top 100 unless things go catastrophically wrong. After Wednesday's games, I was 59th in the world on the refresh. Now, there could have been a fair few people that had games to spare. But, you know, from my experience, the fact that I'm in and around that 59th spot right now, at the end of the refresh, not at the beginning, was really, really good news for me. And I think going forwards, once we upgrade our squad tomorrow, because I'll be very displeased if we don't upgrade it by a little bit, at least. But once we upgrade it tomorrow, I should be able to beat the AI on Legendary even more comprehensively. And so I should really secure my spot in the top 100 this week. Next week in squad battles, I'll also go for top 100. But next Friday, of course, FUT Champs is here. So squad battles for me will take a little bit of a decline. So yeah, in terms of upgrading the squad, I really think that, like, I've got a lot to come. We've got we've got those 3 saved packs that I got. We've got the 2 of the advanced SBCs still to go, which is going to give me about 9 incredible packs, which I've started building towards. We'll see those in a future video. We're going to have our FUT Rivals rewards, and we're going to have anything that we can put towards SBCs that actually appear on Friday. And of course, on Friday, the one to watch cards are going to be out, and potentially Champions League cards and Player of the Month SBC, and hopefully some other SBCs. That if I don't upgrade my squad even a little bit, I will have been hard done by. I do want to start getting into 2-player upgrade packs as well, but I think for 2-player upgrade packs, I think we'll save those specifically for promo weeks. You know, I've already got a lot of players in the club. I'll show you guys a little bit later on in this video. We've already got genuinely hundreds of gold players, which is nuts. Things are just good. Now, in terms of Division Rivals, it was a grind, and it will continue to be a grind. And the reason why it's a grind is because we're rank chasing. And if you're in rank 3 and you want to get to rank 2, you keep playing and playing and playing. It pushes the threshold of rank 2 up, which then makes people that are in rank 2 keep playing. And you know, it basically, if they're chasing rank 1, it's going to push that threshold up. And it got to a point yesterday where it was about 6,000 points to get rank 2. And there was about 12 hours left, and I was on 5,000 points or so. So I was like, hey, man, you know, a couple of games to go, and I'll be able to get in there. That's no problem at all. However, it finished on 7,000 some odd, or 8,000 some odd, so I'm told. You know, I got to 9,000 points in the end, and to get there, I had to play a lot of games. And the reason why I had to play a lot of games is because the point scoring system works like this. For every loss you take, you will get 150 points. For every draw, you will get 300 points, and for every win, you will get 500 points. And then for every goal, you will get 90 points up to a maximum of 5 goals, so 450 bonus points. So you could theoretically lose 6-5, and you could still get 600 points, which is great, because a 1-0 win would only get you 590 points. So you get more points for a 6-5 loss than a 1-0 win. Is that fair? Is that right? You know, that's up for debate. It's such a small difference, but it is a difference. The difference is there, but I generally like the FUT Rivals system because it does benefit people to play. There's always something to play for and grind towards, and because of the way the points are awarded, there is such a small pressure system on people to perform. You know, I've already taken a whole bunch of losses and I don't even care. You know, I've actually got more draws than anything. I think in FUT Rivals altogether, I think I've got 5 wins, 8 draws, and 5 or 6 losses, maybe 5 losses. And I'm 1 or 2 players away from being able to turn those draws into wins, which is nice. But in general, I love the system. I love the FUT Rival system or the Division Rival system. I absolutely love it. I think it's great, and I hope that we can really utilize this to help our road to glory throughout the course of the year. Now, going into some comments, guys. The first comment from Liam that was heavily shared. Of course, in the last episode, we asked, should we be able to buy consumables? And Liam says, you should be able to buy consumables, in my opinion, as it doesn't change anything in terms of which players you have. And in terms of being easier for you, I think that's better. And although it does make it easier, I don't necessarily know if easier is better. And off the back of that as well, just off this same sort of comment idea, Nick says you should buy contracts and that's it. Funnily enough, Nick, contracts are the thing that I will least likely to be buying because of bronze pack method and stuff. The only things I'll really be buying are chem styles and position modifiers because they're the only things that I don't pack in bronze packs that I can't apply. And there was another comment as well. From 187R Oppressors, says it seems like first owner RTG won't be extremely difficult as first expected because of FUT Rivals and new FUT Champs rewards. And when we talk about that, when we think about that and think about the basis of this series, you know, making it easier isn't necessarily something that I absolutely want to do, but I also don't want to make it so unbelievably impossible. But, you know, like, for example, if I just don't pack enough position modifiers, I'm simply never going to be able to use players in the right positions, and that will just be a stress. And if I want to change formation and change tactics, I can't do that because I don't have the position modifiers. And I think everyone agreed that it would be best if I could just buy and use them. And one of the reasons for me why I'm happy to be able to buy and use them isn't because I want to make it easier. It's actually because if I didn't buy them and use them, to buy them to trade with, it would be so difficult to keep on top of what we bought and what we packed that I would end up making so many mistakes, and it just adds a layer of just confusion. And I think that's why I'm happy to just remove the idea and the notion of having to pack pull our chem styles and whatnot. But with that being said, I remember last year's game, I had hundreds of chem styles and position modifiers by the end of it, you know. So like ultimately it will all weigh itself out about right to the point where I probably, like, after an initial period, I probably won't even use anything other than pack pulled stuff anyway, because we are going to be getting so many things. So we end up ranking, guys, in Division 4 with 1,690 skill points. So I think 1,900 points is Division 3. So our skill rating is quite high. I wasn't expecting Division 4 because on my pack only roads, on my like Rich Man's RTG or Rich Man's account or whatever, I'd drawn 3 and won 2 and got placed in Division 5, but a whole bunch of people had won 5 games and got placed in Division 5. So I was kind of expecting to be placed in Division 5 no matter what. And whilst on first glance, it's like so cool I get into Division 4, what this means is that specifically for the first few weeks, it's going to be unbelievably difficult for me because people in those kind of high divisions aren't people that's going to have teams like mine. You know, they're going to be high-skilled players with top teams. And so it's going to make it so difficult for me to perform against these kind of players. If I was in Division 5, I would be able to perform a little bit better because I'd be coming up against a little bit less skilled opponents and potentially with weaker teams. So I really going to have to grind. And in terms of the whole point system thing, you know, if you're 1,000 points off of a ranking up in FUT Rivals and you just lose to 0 goals all the time, you're just going to be like, it's not going to be a pretty sight. Obviously, if you keep losing, you'll eventually get relegated and you'll get into a division that's more suited for you. And that's another thing that I love about the FUT Rivals is I think 2 things about this. The first thing that I think is that as we pack, by the way, Ousmane Dembele, what a pull that is from the weekly objective pack. He is so important to our squad. He is such a massive upgrade for our squad. Probably going to be titled something like that. It might be titled My FUT Rivals Placements or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, Dembele was absolutely huge coming out of that pack. And he's untradeable as well because the weekly objective pack was untradeable. But yeah, 2 things in terms of FUT Rivals. Number 1 is that you will win and lose a lot more. Well, you will lose a lot more than last year, no matter what kind of level of this game you're at. You know, even if you're like a top tier pro player, you're going to have far more losses on your record because you're going to be playing against top tier pro players in FUT Rivals, and that's pretty much it. You know, I know a few of the guys already are up into like Division 2 Elo and stuff like that, and they're all just playing each other. I know Gorilla was struggling to even get games. I know some of the NA guys, after talking to Skills, you know, they're just playing each other over and over and over. And that's the way it should be. Because they're on even skill level, taking a loss here or a win there or a draw there, the Elo is going to stay about the same. So it's about chasing those rank points. And for you and I, that's going to be the same. You know, even if that's you being in Division 7 or Division 6, you're going to be playing people on your genuine level. And so it's going to help you in, A, understanding where you're going wrong and how to improve, because you're actually playing against someone that's on your skill level to actually understand that. And B, it's not going to be so frustrating to the point where you think, oh my God, this guy is like a pro player, I shouldn't be playing him, or you know what I mean? Like, or it might, you know, you're not going to get those boring games where you just spank someone like 10-0 because they're just so bad. That's not going to happen. But the other thing that I think of is that, generally speaking, your weekend league now is not going to be harder than your weekdays. You know, even though you've got to play 30 games of the weekend league, or you can play up to 30 games, it's not going to be harder than what you already play, because the way the weekend league works is based on form, as we now know. And so your form, you're going to be playing against people also of your form. Now, you might get the random odd player way better or odd player way worse in FUT Champs, specifically in the early stages and in the latter stages. If you go on a good run of form and you get a whole bunch of wins, you might end up playing someone just a little bit above your level, but then as soon as you lose, you'll lose a little bit of form, you'll play a worse player, and it will kind of set you up there. But what FUT Rivals is good for is kind of just giving you an understanding of the most difficult level of player you will face in FUT Champs, because you won't really get much higher than that, you know? And so for me, I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about the fact that it's not going to be a cakewalk Monday through Thursday of DKT smashing people, Division 1 just smashing people because of how easy it is, and then getting into FUT Champs and not being prepared, you know, not like, you know, hitting an easy first 10 games and then coming up against players that are tough to beat and being like, oh my God, like this is just too much stress. Because of how much you're going to be grinding and how even the games are going to be through the week, you're going to be so sharp going into the weekend league that it's just going to feel like more FUT Rivals games. And I absolutely love that aspect. I could be wrong. It might be the most hell painstaking time of your life, but I think I'm right. So another comment that we've got is from... we already read that one, is from Gabriel Arrow. It says, the legendary 10 p.m. upload is back. Yes, indeed. So for those of you that weren't here last year or didn't stay around a lot last year or whatever, my Road to Glory goes live 10 p.m. every day UK time. However, I am interested in uploading, as I said before, maybe 2 or 3 more Road to Glories a week, so bonus uploads. I don't know when to upload those for time purposes. You know, what's the best time to give you guys those videos? Maybe at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe at 10 a.m. I used to upload at 10 a.m. obviously, but I think 2 or 3 in the afternoon might be a good time. So then you could either watch it on your way home from work or way home from school, or watch it in your lunch break at work that you shouldn't be taking, but you're taking. But yeah, the legendary 10 p.m. upload is indeed back. GDZ says, do you reckon sniping should be a bannable offence like it is now? And is it just to try and get you to spend more FIFA points? We'd like to hear your thoughts. Love the episode. I don't think EA's motive on this one is to make people spend more FIFA points. I think there's already enough in the game to make people go geared towards spending FIFA points. I think EA's motive on this one is to stop the bot accounts that are constantly flooding the market with illegitimate coins. You know, the way that a lot of accounts make coins is by having, you know, like trainers on the PC, essentially, like what they call, like click bots, you know, like auto clickers, essentially, that will just auto click or run a script that will constantly search the same thing, to snipe players and to put in filters so that it doesn't make it fair for your average player. I don't think a human being sitting there with their controller sniping, I don't think that should be a bannable offence. I think EA need to find a way to differentiate between a human doing it and a computer doing it. But I absolutely do think that a computer sniping on behalf of a human should be a bannable offence, because that is against terms of service and against fair play. But yeah, I like... it's actually been a rule that's been in the game for some years. It's only just come to light a lot more recently now because EA put up the terms of service as you log into FIFA Ultimate Team. But generally speaking, it's tricky, man. It's tricky. It's weird because imagine on the road to glory, we just sit there and we just search for a player, and he comes up 60th minute, and we just buy him straight away. Is that constituted as sniping? And if it is am I going to get banned for that? You know, just because the time I searched it, the guy just appeared. Like it's a grey area. It's a really grey area. And I think EA could do better in terms of allowing some kind of leeway for human players sniping. You know, that's my personal opinion on the matter. Kieran says, "Hey Nep, love the video today. It was great to see you enjoying the game. I've resisted to buy FIFA 19 this year, but you make me want to pick it up again. I still thoroughly enjoy your content and your narrative. Your mature way of presenting is what I love the most. Spent a lot of money on this game over the years and just started not enjoying the lack of improvements by EA and the community playing, as you have said, negative football. This series is great though. Keep doing your thing. Anyways, much love, my dude." And Kieran, thank you for that message, man. It's always nice to read cool messages like that and positive messages. I'm glad that I can bring enjoyment to you guys. You know I'm not your typical YouTuber in the general YouTube scene. You know, a lot of YouTubers and a lot of YouTube is geared towards a much younger audience. For me, although I'm sure a lot of you guys that watch me are in a younger audience bracket. You know, a lot of you guys are probably like 10, 12 to 15 years old. But I do think that my content is more geared for an older audience just because of how deep we dive into the stats and the details and the intricacies. And that's not to say that you can't enjoy my content whilst being young. I'm just not like, if I pack something sick, I'll be happy, but I'm not going to go and start breaking my walls down and stuff just because I packed something good. I tried that back in FIFA 15. It didn't feel right for me to do that. It felt like disingenuous for me to act like that and react like that. But I appreciate the kind words, man. Aryan says, "Buy consumables and use them. It's okay in my opinion. Try Delafo. Nep, he is broken." So the consumables thing is irrelevant for this comment, but the Delafo thing, I have Delafo. We use Delafo. I don't like Delafo, or Delafeu. Apologies for saying his name wrong. He's done some work for me, scored some goals and stuff, but generally speaking, he's bad. And then lastly, Canner1 says, "Pez lasted long," and he's trying to take a shot at me there, but I haven't uploaded Pez anyway for about 2 weeks, right? The last Pez upload was literally over 2 weeks ago. And the reason why I stopped uploading Pez, as I explained, which I'll explain again now, isn't because it wasn't getting views or because FIFA is a better game or anything, or because they were paying me like people thought, because they absolutely didn't pay me a penny for any video. The reason why I stopped playing Pez is because my Pez account is on the same PSN as my FIFA account, and it's another thing. FIFA is a long grind. I spend a lot of time and a lot of hours on this account, and Pez is the same. You need to spend a lot of time and a lot of hours on the account, and I can't be logged into both games on the same account at once. I asked if I could get my Pez account migrated to a different PSN so that I could set up a brand new PSN to keep playing it, keep uploading content, and keep making videos. They said no, so therefore I can't play it because I wouldn't be able to bring quality content on the game. It has nothing to do with anything other than that. But guys, that is going to be the end of the gameplay. I'm going to go live now, and we're going to talk about the account in a little more detail, so I will be right back. Alright guys, so there you saw it, 4 Division Rivals games. We got put into Division 4, which is both a blessing and a curse. It is a blessing because, of course, it means that as long as I grind super hard, because we've only got 1 day, 9 hours, I'm going to have to really grind my butt off. I should be able to get up to rank 1. Worst case scenario, we're going to get rank 2, which is, for the untradeable set, it'll be 2 mega packs and 2 premium gold packs. Wait, hold on. There must be something else in there as well. Because rank 3 is 4 mega packs. Ooh, 4 mega packs there. And this one is 2 mega packs and 2 jumbo premium gold packs. And so that in itself is actually worse. All you get is 80 extra FUT champs points, but I don't care about that. I'm very confused. I would love to know what the rank 2 rewards actually are, because it might just be better off me just going to rank 3 and staying there. I could literally play 3 games, get to rank 3, secure that, and take 4 untradeable mega packs, which would obviously be pretty awesome. My skill rating, fortunately enough, is actually super high. So the skill rating all the way up at 1690 means that I'm probably going to sit in Division 4 at least to, this week as well, next week as well, because I'd have to lose 200 skill points to go down to Division 5. I would love to get up to Division 3 as quick as possible and get those rewards. I don't think it will happen anytime soon just because of how tough it's going to be for me. But we've had a great start. You can see up in the top left there, the record right now is 32-0-0. Obviously, 5 FUT Rivals games are part of that. I did do a draft to glory, and I won the draft. So 4 wins, no losses, 1 draft victory. You can see there I conceded just 2 goals and scored 11 throughout the course of the draft. If you missed that, go check it out. It's on the main channel. And from that draft, we ended up packing some really good players. The most notable that I sold was another Mendy. So I packed Mendy in one of my packs, and he sold for 12k. And I also packed Griffo that I sold for 6.2k. And as I was looking at Griffo, I bought another one because he was mad cheap. And I made like about 3k profit on that Griffo. And then we've also got a whole bunch of the bronze players now that are selling. Bronze pack method is in full force once again. So on the trade pile, where we're at with that, we've got a fair bit. This guy is pack pulled. This guy is pack pulled. And this guy is also a duplicate pack pulled. These Mustafis I bought 850, 450, and 450. So I'm absolutely certain they're going to go up in value. They probably already are. So there you go. He's already up at like 750. As soon as Player of the Month comes out or something relevant comes out for SBCs, Mustafi is going to go up to like 1,200, 1,400, 1,600 coins. So, it's a really low risk investment that I don't mind hanging on to because I'm not desperate for the coins. And then I've got a few duplicate bronzes I'm just holding on to. I could actually try and list them, and if they sell, they sell. But ultimately, I want to start using the duplicate bronzes to get the silver upgrade packs, just so we can start that kind of ball rolling. Now, in terms of the squad, you would have seen over the course of this episode, a lot of the loan cards are now gone. I've still got the 3 packs in store. We've completed 3 daily objectives as well. So buy a healing item I went and bought. We're going to get a healing item and 100 coins as a bonus for that. And that healing item I bought for 200. I've relisted it. It's back on the market for 200. It probably won't sell, but I'll keep listing and listing and listing. The next one was Be Victorious, a jumbo silver pack and some coins. That's not bad at all. And then score for Portugal. I scored with João Moutinho in squad battles, and we get ourselves a CM to CDM and 100 coins. And I tell you what I really love about what we're getting from daily objectives. They just seem to be better in general. We're getting packs that are decent, and we're getting position modifiers, chem styles, and fitness and injury cards, which should really lend towards keeping these kind of things cheap. Although saying that, the CM to CDM is like 1,200 coins. I mean, that's a really good position modifier for me to take. It is tradable as well, so I could sell it, but I'm just going to keep it because you never know when you're going to need it. So my daily objectives there are all but done. We need a through ball from a midfielder. I will be playing FUT Rivals within the next 19 hours, so hopefully we'll complete that daily objective. And we've done all of the weekly objectives now as well, which is great news. In terms of squad battles, I have played the first 4 games, all of them on Legendary. I won 4-1, 2-1, 5-0, and 4-2. And against this one, it was against a big team, a 185 team with great players. And it was pretty much my lone Neymar that saved me. I subbed him on and he scored some goals and just absolutely saved me. These 3 were really easy because they were against low chem teams. 59 chemistry on that team. Very easy to win. 49 chemistry on that team. How I only won 2-1, I don't know. And then 60 chemistry on this team, which we smashed 5-0. At this current point in time, this is enough points to get me top 100. If I exactly doubled this setup and got more points, right now I'm on 9,145. My face cam might be in the way. If I doubled that, I'll be at like 18,400 plus 1,900 from the featured squad. That would put me to 20,300, and that would set me around 20,300 would set me around here, around 55th or so. So there's very much a chance, as long as I can keep grinding hard on the squad battles and keep playing well and keep getting those wins, there's a chance I can get into top 100 on squad battles this week, which would be absolutely amazing. Let us refresh our opponents. I mean, that is fantastic. Again, this team is going to be so easy to beat. It's 35 chemistry. All of the players are going to be a massive negative. It's going to be one of the easiest games I've ever played. -13s for some of them. Like, yeah, it's not going to be a difficult team to beat, and no one on the bench either. So that's a nice game to get. Even this team there with 57 chemistry, a nice team to come up against, should be relatively easy to beat. But now we're going to have two big teams. So Sports Style is going to be quite tough, a weird formation, so that could be tricky to play against, and some very good players in that squad as well. And then the Ball, the 184 there, some really good players. I mean, Eden Hazard, Kovacic, Mahrez, Sané, really good team. De Gea in goal as well. I might struggle to beat that also. So I don't necessarily, we might take L's here, and probably, if I take one loss or two losses throughout the week, I'll keep grinding for top 100. But if I feel myself slipping away, I'll just stop at Elite 1. Already we're already in Elite 2, and I haven't even played this featured squad or today's set of games. So we're well on target for an easy Elite 1 finish. That's not going to be a problem. 2 rare mega packs and 30,000 coins. What I wanted to talk about here, though, before we get out of here... Ooh, we sold something. What I wanted to talk about before we get out of here... Well, let's go and open that silver pack first, actually, see if we can get anything out of that. And I'm still holding on to these packs here. A few days left now, guys, before the ones to watches are in packs. And that I'll open those. So we get ourselves a jumbo silver pack as well. So 24 items. Maybe some players in here. He's not worth all that much, so we'll hold on to him for the time being. 200 coin bid on him. 600. I'm going to hold on to him as well. Not enough, really. He's under 1,000 as well. If a player's going for an obscene amount, I'll list them up. But if they're not, I'm just going to hang on to them for the time being until they're just worth a little bit more. So he's only 400. So I don't want that and I don't want that. I'll keep the contracts, of course. Fitness cards I'll keep. The goalkeeper training I don't really care about. This could be worth a bit. 400. I'd rather keep that as well. A couple of physicals. These might even sell for 200. Maybe not. And then we'll send that down and we'll send that down and we'll discard that and send those into the club. Now, I also want to show you guys just the club, just a touch, just a little bit here, not spending too much time. Again, I picked up lots of players and lots of items from Draft to Glory. You guys are going to have to keep on top of that, of course, if you want to. Oh, goddamn, did not mean to do that. Yeah, of course, I've added a whole bunch of players to the club. So from the Draft to Glory packs, we packed Marcano, who is another one that's worth a nice little amount of coins. About 2,000 coins right now, but I feel like he's going to go up. We packed Muslera. We packed, obviously, a duplicate Mendy. We packed Correja, which is a good card, actually, and will fit in a team at one stage or another because it is a really, really nice card there. And then we packed just a few others, nothing like super major anywhere. Let's have a look. Is that right back, that Argentinian right back, has his value gone up yet? I'm kind of holding on to him until he's worth a nice big chunk. So he's already up to 3k now, 3k or so. He was at 2k yesterday, so that's good. He's going up, which is very nice. Is this guy worth anything as well? French centre-back from the Bundesliga. No, nothing. And then, of course, we packed untradeable Dembele from a weekly objective pack. So that is fantastic. I'm yet to use him. 5-star, 4-star, high-low, left-footed. Great pace and dribbling. Nice shot power, with a Deadeye or a Marksman or a Maestro on him. He's going to be very, very good. He's going to be an amazing super sub for me, 100%. It's good to have him in the club. But that's where we're at right now, guys. So, we're in a good spot. The only thing I'm concerned about is the Division Rivals rewards. If Division 4... Rank 2 is worse than Division 4 Rank 3, I'm going to have to try and find some information out because I don't know what the answer is there. But that is going to signal the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we're going to be back with our Rivals gameplay, maybe some Squad Battles gameplay and some bronze packs tomorrow. Fortunately though, guys, we're in a really good spot right now. We've already got a club full of some awesome content. We've got 30,000 coins in the bank. And we're just absolutely smashing it. So I couldn't be happier with the start so far. This is going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.